Hello everyone and welcome back to GameCast number 14.
Jesus.
I know. It will be the last one under the GameCast banner.
Exciting news, is it?
Yeah, as you can see by the name of the video, press F to pay respect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're the one that came up with that name actually. So let's jump straight in. What have you been playing?
I've been playing games. Couple of them.
Narrow it down.
Yes. I was online there just browsing, reading shit there a couple of weeks ago, and I saw that Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic had been announced for the Switch. Or Knights of the Old Republic 2, had been announced for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally I said, fuck, is the original one out on the Switch? And I looked it up, and it was. Mm-hmm. For dirt cheap as well, so I've been playing that. It's like the third or fourth time after buying this game now, and this is actually the furthest I've gotten it. The other times, I play for 10 hours and then just kind of get distracted. And, yeah, but this time I'm actually getting stuck into it on the Switch now.
They're like fucking tuppence as well on the Switch, aren't they?
Yeah, it was
€3 or €4.
Yeah, it's just like a couple of euro, yeah, that was all. So it's fucking great value for money. Like, it still looks good for however long it came out. It looks good on the Switch as well, like, runs great.
I mainly played the second one and I really, really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the second one on the Switch after I get through this one. Like, I'm saying it will be much longer. The other game I've been playing, I finally got Elden Ring for PC.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my first Dark Souls type game, so it's all kind of new to me, the combat and how hard it is and dying all the time. And
the kind of weird plot lines that run alongside the main quest.
Well, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, I'm not that far into it, but they're just throwing out terms that, like I'm a tarnished. Like, what the fuck's a tarnished?
Yeah. It's like
and I'm made in this. What the fuck is that?
Like the way some kind of games they like give you like a term to like do world building.
Yeah.
This one just assumes you are a historian as soon as you jump into the fucking game.
I have no idea what's going on. I assume you gradually figure it out as you're going along, but so far the story is very sparse. I like it. Like, it's fucking, like, I'm definitely getting stuck into this one. Like,
it's the only one I played. I played about 2 hours of it there in Darren's house.
Yeah.
And it was actually fun. Whereas all the other games are from the kind of, what would you call it, the Bloodborne series are kind of just...
Oh, yeah?
They're too hard for me. Did you get the goat?
No. What's
what?
the goat?
That you ride around on.
Oh, yeah. That's a fucking horse, not a goat.
It's a goat.
It's a horse.
It's a
with horns.
Yeah. It's a goat horse.
It's more horse than goat. Anyway, I did get it, yeah. Although I completely missed that. I only figured out, like, when I went to fight this boss, I was getting fucking murdered, and I was like, what's going on here? I was like, well, you should, and I looked online and said, oh, you should level up XYZ, and I was like, level up? What the fuck is that on about? Like, I completely missed that. Like, there's a spot where you have to rest to where your one tells you how to level up. And
the maiden one, the one eye. She becomes your kind of ghost proxy kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I completely missed that. Like, I was like, sure, why would I be resting?
See, I had Darren beside me telling me, I need to get that one. I died in the opening cave tutorial.
Oh, did you?
I died there.
That's impressive. Man.
Yeah, I rolled off the cliff and bang. Darren even said, you shouldn't die in this part. Like.
You're supposed to jump down there or something, is it? No?
Oh, I don't know why I did it. This part, there's like this, you go into this little tiny cavern. There's like kind of, has water on the bottom, and there's like, what would you call them?
Stalactites,
hanging down. And then there's a knight on the far side, and he's like the tutorial boss.
Oh yeah, he killed me now the first time. He killed me.
I think I killed him, and then I died after that, falling, doing something stupid.
Oh, then we both died then.
He kept telling me not to attack the NPCs. It was like... It's like waving red at a bull.
Not going to let them fucking just slant around the place, thinking they own the fucking place.
The reason why is because there was one that looked like Santa, and he was on like a camel sort of thing. So I thought, he's got to go. He was some kind of merchant or something.
Oh yeah, I seen that lad. Yeah. He's sitting down. He was just on to chat. Oh, you killed him, did you? Right.
And there's someone as well at the start.
The lad in the mask or something, is it? No.
Stupid hat or something. I think I remember. Literally, as you come up the first elevator onto the main land.
Yeah. I think
there's a person right in front of you. Darren said, "Oh, don't want him." Trying to nail him with a club, and he just follows you the whole map. Then
trying to kill you.
Yeah. Like, I ran so far in the wrong direction. Trying to avoid this person. How you find the bosses? Have you done many?
I did the first major one that seems to be like the first big roadblock that you come across. Margaret or something like that. Got fucking like destroyed by it like fucking 10 times in a row. I was like, fuck this, I'll go off and do a bit of exploring and level up and shit like that. And then I came back and killed him on the first go.
Yeah. So, did you come across any of those guardians yet going around?
What are they?
They're free roaming mini bosses going around. you kill them and you get like a small bit more XP.
Maybe I've fought like big guys, big fucking massive lads would take off a big sword on the back and shit like that. But I don't know what you call him now or anything like that. Or that fucking lad on the horse that you see at the start. You know that?
That guy. That's the lad I want to know. He's a guardian or some shit.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't gone near him.
No, he's a scary.
I tried to kill him a few times and he just killed me. So I was like, alright, I'll be back for you in 20 hours.
Yeah, they just start swiping at you for no reason. You're just like, leave me alone. I'm just trying to make my way in the galaxy.
Are the enemies you're fighting, are they humans? Are they fucking zombies?
Darren is the man.
Okay.
I don't know. I was just screaming internally the whole way running. I've been playing a few games. I've been playing Unravel because I accidentally signed up for the Xbox Game Pass. I'm still playing Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. The Last was Part 2. I started yesterday. And I'm playing the Mighty Pups Paw Patrol game on the Xbox Game Pass with my son.
I'd say that's a load of shite.
A load of yang. Collect bones around the map. And my God, he couldn't get enough of it.
Oh yeah?
I love it.
Is this, has he played much games before? Or is
oh no, it's me. He has the coordination of a fucking... It's just me doing it and him staring at the screen going, oh my God. And then at least I get to do something like...
Yeah.
Jumping around with fucking... What's his name? Chase and Sky and... Oh, the stupidest name.
Won't be long until him and his friends are baiting the shit out you in Fortnite and then you realise what's gone wrong.
I'll be hanging up my controller then. Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned it the last time or not. I probably should have checked. The Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Mm-hmm. I realised why I'm not having a great time with it as much as I thought I would, because the entire game is you playing out the story of every episode.
Oh yeah.
And the missions are small segments of it. Whereas remember in the last one, the original ones, if you went into the level and it was like a 20-minute piece of that movie. Whereas here, the fight with Jango Fett is actually just like a little thing you do in Attack the Clones on the way to the main mission. And that's kind of just like...
So just kind of rushing through everything.
Yeah, it's like, can you not just make that like one big long sequence? Yeah. It's because in there's like a free roam mode of the galaxy where you can go to Camino and go around looking at all these things. But if you have the characters, you can do some of them at the time. So they're trying to make it like encourage you to keep coming back, get all the collectibles and that crap. But I prefer the old one where you went into the level and you were focused on doing this, and then you replayed that level again and again and again. There's too much busy work.
Yeah, it's not too much busy work in a lot of games these days.
Yeah,
that's a good thing about Elden Ring as well. Like, it's not like any other kind of open world type games out there now. It's completely its own different thing. Like, there's no like going around collecting shit and on fucking like Ubisoft type open world games where you climb up a tower and liberate a bandit camp and shit like that. Just like busy work for you to do. This is like, there's none of that shit. It's just like go there and fucking kill bosses.
Yeah, that reminds me of Assassin's Creed 2 where you had to collect the feathers.
Yeah.
And there was 50 feathers, and once you got 40, I think, it would show you where the last 10 were floating around on the map. Right, so you can imagine Assassin's Creed 2 was pretty big for back then.
Yeah.
When you got the 50, it would reveal a cutscene when you went back to your villa of your mother finally talking again after her family were basically killed, and she has taken the feathers and knitted you together your own family cape. That cape instantly makes you wanted in every region if you wear it.
Okay.
Like, you spend all that time collecting the 50 feathers to get something that basically gives you 5 stars in Grand Theft Auto. Like,
you're never going to wear it.
Never. It's a complete waste of time. It's just trophy hunting. Especially when you think of like Valhalla, the detail that goes into the maps. You're like, I have to climb that fucking mountain now to get one stupid sword.
Yeah, I heard that's really bad for that. Fucking just really stretching out the playtime, like with fucking filler.
I was 10 hours in. I didn't get out of the tutorial area.
Jesus, that's not good. Like.
No. Someone told me they were 60 hours in and they did do a bit of arsing about, and they're still only 3/4 of the way through the game. Like Origins had a bit of that as well.
Oh yeah,
with the I don't know. There was one.
Is that the Egyptian one? Or
where the bounty hunters are just coming after you randomly after like you get to a certain mission. They're like level 70 and you're like level 10 and they're hunting you. I think, oh god, please give it a rest. It's like in Elden Ring, if those bosses just came after you all of a sudden randomly throughout the game, it doesn't seem fair.
No.
That's what we're playing. Let's move on to the news. So in the last 2 weeks there's been a number of reveals. Starting off, we had the Xbox and Bethesda showcase. I didn't really pay much attention to it because Bethesda in the last few years has been quite shite.
I was only thinking that like they're not the same. They don't have the same like fucking.
I would say magic.
Yeah, that they had like say when they brought out Skyrim. Like when was that? 12 years ago. 10, 12 years ago.
They're still making it.
Yeah, well, like, they haven't put another Elder Scrolls out since then. They've had Fallout 4, which was kind of mixed. Not everyone was like loving that one. It was alright. I enjoyed it, but that was 2015, so that's 7 years ago.
Well, you had 76 as well, didn't you?
Yeah, but that was like they kind of let that off to another shooter. There's actually an article recently I was reading about the complete disaster of development for that. Like, terrible working conditions. You know, you're like, you know, people working 60-hour.
Like Red Dead 2 had that apparently.
Yeah, and just like really shite. Like you wouldn't fucking. It's not worth putting people through the misery for then the shite game that comes out at the other end of it. And like, you know, so yeah, I think they need to get nailed this next game they have coming out, or else, you know.
They showed a small snippet of the next.
Oh yeah, I watched it. It's the only thing I watched from the Bethesda. Starfield, is that anybody? Starfield.
Star something.
Yeah. I watched it. It was like 15-minute presentation. Graphics look good. Definitely a step up from Fallout, like you'd need to be. But framing it looked very choppy. Like
apparently
it looked.
There's a new engine or something.
They're always just updating it. It's just still, you can still say it's the same bones underneath. Like you see when they're running around, you can see it looks
this kind of blocky bodies.
Yeah, it looks like, and you can see when they're talking to people, it's like the same kind of, you know, like
kind of duck mouth one.
Yeah. But the frame out looked a bit choppy, and the shooting looked kind of the exact same as Fallout 4, which is just adequate shooting, you know. Mm-hmm. And in like Fallout 4, you spend a lot of time in combat, so you think they'd maybe try to make that a bit more fun. Mm-hmm. But you can build your own ship in it. Now that looked really cool, like really detailed, kind of like, you know, moving parts around.
Like Kerbal Space
Program. Yeah, it looked like that. Yeah, like that kind of, you know, that shipbuilder type thing, and. They've ported over the kind of settlement building thing, and like you visit different planets in this thing, obviously. And
I read there's over 1,000 fucking planets in this
game. Yeah, he said that. But when I heard that, I was like, oh fuck, that's a mistake. Yeah. So that means all cookie cutter, randomly, procedurally generated, like fucking boring.
You know, it's going to be the exact same planet you were on the last time, only they changed the type of tree.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like they should like
the enemies are blue on this planet.
Yeah, at the start of the presentation, like they were just kind of focused on one planet or like a solar system. It was like. Yeah, if you do like 5 planets that you can travel to and just have it in a solar system, that would be, and like, but each planet is being like designed by a human to look, you know, it's different, and there's actually stuff specifically
like the different regions of Skyrim.
Make
it planet based.
Yeah, that would be, I think, people would be like, yeah, that's fucking class. But if they're just going to have 1,000 planets, you know that no one's going to fucking go to see them, and there's just going to be like.
There'll be no actual individuality.
Yeah, it'll be all just cookie cutter type things like that you see. So.
There won't be anything that makes that planet specifically worth going back to.
Yeah. You'll see
rather than a few fucking hidden collectibles over there. It sounded an awful lot like what's the
No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky.
People already call it No Man's Skyrim.
That's a good one. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Another one we seen was Modern Warfare 2 was announced. I've no fucking interest in that game.
I haven't played a Call of Duty since Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the original fucking one. So.
Yeah, and then someone said that one not remade?
Yeah,
like they're confusing me now.
I have no idea what's going on. I did see the trailer. Yeah, it looked good, but it probably won't be picking up unless it's on the Game Pass thing. Actually, that's another thing. The Starfield is on Game Pass, so it's on from day one. So I'll probably just pick it up anyway.
That kind of scares me a bit more.
Why?
I just don't trust games that launch on Game Pass. It's like, what are you hiding?
Yeah. Modern Warfare 2 is on Game Pass, so I'll fucking give that a shot.
Probably like 120 gigabyte download at this stage. Yeah. Moving on to the next game that was announced at the State of Play, The Last of Us Part 1 Remake. Now it's a one that I'm not too keen on.
Why is that?
The game Last of Us Part 1 isn't that old. And it still holds up like when you play it.
Yeah.
It still looks good.
Did they do a remake for PS4, didn't they, or something like that? Or re-release?
Like a HD remaster kind of shite, you know. Yeah. Change it, dial up and down a bit of brightness, and that was it. And it's like when they remade the remaster of the Spider-Man game and just changed the character model of Peter Parker to make him look a bit more Tom Hollandy.
Oh, right.
And they're doing that now again for the PC version. kind of just like leave these games alone for about 20 something years.
Yeah, they're awful quick to be going at them again.
Like another one further down the list that we will get to. But the Last of Us, like they're saying that they're changing a lot of the in-game stuff to make it more modern. I thought The Last of Us, when it came out, its gameplay was way ahead of its time.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I don't really see much. Like, there's a few bits from The Last of Us Part 2 that'd be nice to see in Part 1, but that was the whole joy of it being in the sequel, is you saw the development and the growth of the actual gameplay. But I know I'm only playing games. The next game, the RE4 remake, one that I've been keeping an eye on for a long time.
Oh, I might actually pick that up. Yeah, Have they put gameplay of it? What's it look like?
They've not put gameplay. They put up a trailer, but from what the trailer looks like, it is going to be it's an actual in-game engine.
Oh yeah.
Because what they did with the RE2 was their cutscenes were pretty much just straight into gameplay from that. So there was no kind of like glossing up the cutscenes and all that kind of shit. But if I loved RE2, the RE3 remake, I actually liked it. It was kind of shat on because they kind of fucked up the Nemesis monster in it, which is like the big thing of Resident Evil 3, and it's very short. But RE4, they have so much like cool stuff they can pull from the original.
Yeah, like it's such a great game as well, and that had the kind of over the shoulder camera like in the original, and that's what they've been doing with these new remakes anyway. So like it will feel right and it'll look good. Yeah, they can't fuck that up.
No, I have a few kind of things I was thinking about. Is RE4 is heavily action orientated, and the remakes are a very slowed down version of these games. So in RE2, in the original, the way you used to come up against, I don't know, like about 20 zombies. In the remake, they kind of spaced it out a bit more and gave you less ammo to make it in a more realistic setting. But how are they going to do that with 4? Because then it might just get a bit boring. They actually showed the first kind of, I want to call it a pit arena, the town that you go into, and you're like
at the very start,
when you're mobbed at the church.
Yeah, and isn't it that where you're designed to die at that part or something? Is it like they keep throwing lads at you and you to eventually?
It's a time trial.
Yeah. Alright. Or you have to just basically get somewhere. They just keep throwing something at you.
If you just survive long enough, they'll go.
Yeah.
It's if you kill a certain amount of people, or if you last long enough. So what most players do now is they actually just keep hiding up in the towers and kicking down the ladders until the bell rings and all the villagers get called away.
Yeah,
saves your ammo that way.
Yeah, I remember that actually playing it at the time.
So there is a way that they could remake that by having less zombies and having them cluster from all sides and give Leon a shitload of pistol bullets straight away. So you're still getting that same amount of oh god action by not giving him a fucking machine gun straight away and kind of ruining the whole dynamic of RE2, RE3 remakes. They redesigned Ashley as well.
Who was Ashley?
Ashley was the main fucking reason you're on that island with Leon. The President's Door.
Yeah.
There's also some parts in the game I was like, are they going to include that? So Sadler is the main villain of the game, and he's like this high priest kind of guy. And at some parts he has like scorpion legs coming out, and it looks a bit funny. I was like, how are they going to do that? One part he full on stabs a lad with his dick. The other character is the little tiny guy. He looks like Napoleon. I can't remember.
Don't remember him.
I can't remember his name. It's actually not that long ago since I actually watched a full walkthrough of the game. But he gets absorbed by this like flower beast thing that's on the wall, and it looks really fucking stupid. I was like, how are they going to do that? There's a really, really cool enemy in it as well. His kind of henchmen. They're scary motherfuckers. There's a few. Someone actually killed him using a door.
Impressive.
What they did was the creature is standing outside. Can't remember the name of it, but I'll have a picture of it. Obviously, he's standing outside the door, and your man does these kind of like tests and trials games, and takes him like hours to do it. The good thing is standing outside the door, and he keeps kicking the door to see if it does any damage. He said it took him 2 hours to kill it.
Jesus.
What he did first was he shot it to see how many bullets it would take.
Yeah.
It took like 64 bullets. So he shot 63 into it and then started kicking the door. He said it took him 10 minutes to kill him then. So he just full on did it with just the door. And the thing is that if you get too cocky, it smashes the door down, and it's the only door. There's only 2 doors, so if you fuck up on it twice, you have to start all over again. It was a really good video. Dante Ravioli was the guy's name. He does like a load of Resident Evil challenges. It's cool.
I hope he made enough money on that YouTube video to be worth his time.
A couple of 100,000 views on it, I think. He does like weird stuff like, can you kill every single enemy in Resident Evil 4? No, you can't, because there's some enemies that you just physically can't get. Can you kill every enemy in Resident Evil 2? He does it, 100 times. Can you get through Resident Evil using just a knife? No, you can't, because some enemies you just have to shoot. So it's actually
cool challenge runs. Yeah.
His commentary is pretty good as well. In the recent times though, he's been doing longer videos because he said editing just takes too long and he needs dope.
It's a lazy cunt. So.
Yeah, fucking prick. Fame got to his head. So the next game looks awesome. The Callisto Protocol.
That's an unusual name.
I think I looked it up.
Callisto.
I looked it up and it made sense.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, but I forgot what Callisto was.
This is like a horror Dead Space type game.
It's made by the original Dead Space guys.
Oh right.
Darren was telling me. It's what Dead Space should have became.
Until EA fucked up Dead Space. Was it 3 where they just
3 was co-op and just
microtransaction-y?
Dead Space 3 was it.
They killed it basically. EA killed it with Dead Space 3.
Yeah. I didn't know like anything about Dead Space or anything, but I remember hearing 1, 2 were class, and this was after the series finished. I didn't even know Dead Space 3 was a thing because no one talked about it.
Everyone's like the black sheep. Just don't talk. We don't talk about Dead Space 3. I remember getting Dead Space 1 and thought it was like. I remember I must have played it. I got for Christmas and played it like over that, you know, when you're on holidays from school and shit like that. And yeah, I got really stuck into it. It's really. I don't usually play like horror games. Like you're all into Resident Evil. I didn't really play them, but that one was really good. Yeah. So if this is the original team from that, I saw the trailer and the graphics looks amazing and the aliens or the humans look fucking crazy. So yeah, looks unreal.
I played Dead Space 1 for about 20 minutes last year. I think it was on GameCast when I accidentally paid for the fucking thing again. It just happens, like, you know, when you sign up for the €1 trial, and then it renews without you remembering to cancel it. So I'm just like, right, I may actually go at it this month. And I downloaded Dead Space 1 and 2. I think I started 2 first for some reason, and it was just so crazy from the go. And Darren a long time ago said that the HUD system on it is so cool, the way it's actually like in his visor.
Yeah, it's like it's integrated into the game. Like it's not just like a gameplay type thing. Like it's everything. Like he sees, if he wants to look at the map, like he brings out a little hologram in his head, and like a kind of hologram comes like up all around you. So it's actually in the game world. And, like his really, health is kind of really like
cool. It's not a bar on the back of his neck or something.
Everything's kind of integrated into the game, like it's as if like it's a real life thing. So
that's cool though. I like that. And
it's like great for immersion. Like.
Yeah. Do enemies come at you while you're
with your map up and stuff like that? Yeah. I don't know. There's probably a pause menu or something. I can't remember. But like you say, if you're doing anything like looking up your map or checking objectives, like they're still roaming around.
Yeah. I came to the first big boss and I got rid of it fairly quickly. Yeah. And I was expecting it to kind of be like, right, this is a summary of Dead Space, that chapter. We're going to slow it down now. No, it balls to the walls from there again. I don't know if Dead Space 1 was like that, but Christ.
Yeah, it was good. And the story was actually really good in it as well, I remember. They had real kind of like... the
first one?
Yeah, like people get possessed by some sort of fucking weird shit. Like, is it like a demon or a devil or just some like alien type technology and
kind
stuff?
Kind of plague
like
thing.
Yeah.
And you're really a space engineer looking for your wife, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not like some action hero as well. Like you're an engineer. You're
just a smart bastard with a laser.
Yeah. And your like original gun is like a utility tool basically, but it can like fucking lop off lads' limbs and stuff like that. So hopefully their story is good as well in this one. Have they said anything about what's going on in it? It looked like it was like prison or something like that, was it? I saw it seemed like lads were wearing prison stuff in space. Looked like they had prison jumpsuits on.
I don't know. I didn't really kind of look into it because I don't have a PS5 yet.
Oh, it's PS5, is it?
I'm not sure, but I'm kind of sick of buying PS4 games, so I think I'm just going to call it a day and wait for the PS5 to become available again.
I was looking for that app to see if PS5s were. They're still like...
Still gone. Xbox One Series X seems to be okay to get.
Is that the powerful one or the cheap?
The powerful one, not
Oh,
digital.
that you can get that one?
You can get it. I looked last week, just randomly, and there was some in Smith's, there was some in Curry's, and there was some in... I don't know if GameStop had it or not, but they definitely had the boxes up on the display when I went in. They didn't have PS5 ones.
That's 2 years now.
2 years. Like, nowadays, remember the PS2? Around the 2 year mark, they were releasing the fucking updated Slim version.
Yeah.
They're on about... I seen someone saying, do you think they're going to announce the PS5 Pro? Fuckers, don't worry about that. Focus on actually producing the fucking PS5.
Yeah, you're fucking joking. Like,
yeah.
There's still... Although they've said they've sold like more than what like the PS4 had sold in the same lifetime, but it's just not fucking... I'd say they're selling just scalpers are fucking picking up.
There's conspiracy theories probably out there that they're not producing as much as they can, just so that they definitely go when they do make them. It's probably harsh, but sure. Right, the last game that I wrote down that was worth mentioning was Final Fantasy 16.
I actually have no idea what this is about.
Neither do I. I just wrote it down.
There you go.
Final Fantasy, like you have to announce Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Is this going to be like a single player RPG type thing?
I think it is RPG.
Oh yeah.
So, throughout the years, to help sell games, they've had certain accessories or things that make you kind of get interested in your console again. I'm going to list off a few examples of things, shit that we needed to buy that we didn't really. So we had the various Nintendo Wii remote attachments. So going into that, there's a Zelda game that came out just as the Wii came out that was cheeky enough to sell you a crossbow attachment for the Wii remote. You didn't need it. You could actually just do without it, but it was just the look of it. The thing cost €60.
Jesus. Same as the game.
Yeah. And the game was shite. It was literally just like mini games.
Did you have to get the crossbow? Did they sell the game and crossbow? It was a combination thing?
I think it was like a bundle deal, like, we'll sell both of these for 60 rather than your 50.
Yeah. Whereas
you could just buy the fucking game. It was like there was a Call of Duty. I think it was the big red one. That had a rifle attachment for the Wii remote. It was literally just like a little tube that went on the end of the remote and like made it look like a fucking wand. You were shooting like that. Like,
How much would they sell that for?
I don't remember. I definitely didn't buy that one after buying the crossbow. I traded it in.
Oh, you bought the crossbow, did you?
I did bought like an idiot. I thought it was a normal Zelda game where Link just had a crossbow as his weapon in this game. Nah.
Bastards.
The next one is the Game Boy camera. Now, this would have predated me. The original Game Boy, it had actually a camera.
And a little printer thing as well.
Yeah. You can take selfies and shit on it as well.
Yeah, I can remember. I don't think people were taking selfies, but I do remember a camera. Someone had it. I didn't have it now. Fucking. The only peripheral in the Game Boy I can remember is like having a big magnifying glass that kind of sat on top of it.
Yeah.
And a little light because back then they didn't have like backlit screens, so if it was dark you're fucked.
Yeah, I remember that actually.
And the magnifying glass, so you could fucking like, it's like, oh, I'm getting a bigger screen here.
Yeah. Someone actually, I think it was on Reddit or something, someone plugged in like all the attachments for the Game Boy, and the thing was literally like that book in width. It was fucking huge. With the light, it had the magnifying glass at the top, the printer at the bottom, an extra battery. Like, it was a bomb. Like, it was a huge battery at the back, just to play like fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, that's it. That fucking did the job.
One that I definitely had, the PS2 iToy.
Never had that. I remember always going into GameStop and like that would be one thing they'd have with the iToy out, and you could like see yourself on screen and fucking do shit. Yeah. It looked cool, but I can imagine like it wore itself out pretty quick. I think did it get much support, like, or did it just kind of party game? They had more.
Yeah. They had more. There was like the iToy 2 and everything.
Jesus.
There was a party game. It was called like iToy Adventures or some shit like that. I had it now. There was like stupid mini games like Wash the Window, where like there'd be bubbles on the screen and you had to go like that to get them up. But sure, the camera didn't pick it up half the time. Yeah. So you just be there one like that and the screen would just you'd lose. Going like that. It was you could do like 2-player and then like at the end it would like take pictures and all and show you like what you've done. It was really just kind of like on a Christmas day with the father.
Yeah.
Just
look at this.
Look. Give this a go. I wrote down generic steering wheel. So when a new Need for Speed or something came out, there was a bundle deal where you could buy this steering wheel for an extra €100 down from 120. Did you ever have one?
Yes, actually, I did buy a steering wheel. Yeah, I bought a fairly decent one. When did I buy this? was like when F1 2011 or 2012 came out, and I was like, right, I'm going to get really into this game, like, because I'm a big fan of Formula 1. Bought that game, played it for a bit. It's like, oh, I need to get a wheel. Spent like probably around guts for £100, and it lasted me fucking. I was playing up till a few years ago, like
really
2 or 3 years ago. Now I think the pedals were kind of fucked by the end of it. I think I fucked it out now, but got the money's worth, like, definitely. And playing driving games, especially like more sim style racing games. Not like, I wouldn't put it for Need for Speed or anything like that, but say them F1 games or any kind of more sim like games where you get a steering wheel on it, like, definitely improves the racing game.
I've never actually like properly played. I played one fucking about on the PS2, like for Grand Theft Auto or something, where you throw it on and you're able to control the player with the wheel and all this kind of shit. So let's say for like a realistic kind of game, Formula 1.
Yeah.
When you plug in the steering wheel and all, how does it feel?
It has like
real life.
Oh yeah, it has force feedback. So like, say if you're going through a really tight, fast corner, like you can feel like there's resistance.
Kind of the pull of the wheel.
Yeah, like, so it's not like just like easy. Or if you're going over the bumps on, like, say, you know, the apex of a corner and you're going over the rumble, so like you feel it, like you feel that little thing.
They're called them cat's eyes or something like that. The road.
Yeah, like, and you feel that if the game is good, like it has good force feedback in the game. Like if you're going over little bumps in the road, you'll feel it in the wheel and stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely enhances the experience. Like,
and can you turn all like how? In terms of sensitivity settings?
Oh yeah, there's always like some slider for force feedback. Like you can have it like so that'll snap your fucking arms off if you go like spin around and it like starts fucking shaking the thing. Like.
So you can have a Ferrari or you can have like a Toyota Yaris kind of in terms of feedback.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the pedals.
Yeah.
You just boot that thing out, like across the ground if you hit it too hard.
No, it usually has like you'd want it on carpet or something like that. It has kind of like a spiky roller thing that so like it fucking digs itself in, so it's not going to slide around.
Like some kind of grip.
Yeah, some grippy thing. Yeah. Now I'm sure they have like for rubber stuff, like a rubber thing if you're on it, like lino or something like that. But
do you have a gear? Do you ever get the gear stick with it?
Yeah, that one had a gear stick, and or I had the floppy paddles. Yeah, I had a gear stick. The one I had a gear stick as well, and like I did use the gears as well. Like get really deep into it. Like,
I think I would have learned to drive so much quicker if I actually had one of those fucking things.
I really like playing that game. I remember that Formula 1 game. I think it was like 2016. Then when I said I'm going to fucking play this properly. Like doing races that were like the full race length, so like could be 50, 60 laps. And like this is getting fucking take you 2 hours to do the race or something. It's like your man fucking trying to kill the thing with the door, trying to kill the.
Yeah.
Anyway, get really into it. So like I'd be using the manual shifting as well. So I'd have it memorized in my head, like what gear I need to be coming into this corner, how many I should shift down, like going like the
video of the Irish guys. Right corner 3, left slip.
Yeah,
like that.
Like you really get into it. Like Jesus Christ. I'd say if I still went around the Australian Grand Prix track, I'd still remember most of it. That's how ingrained it is.
Burn into your fucking brain. Yeah.
Really useful information. Like
I remember. Do you remember Need for Speed Shift, where they tried to do the Formula 1 kind of style, or was it Grid or something like that?
The last
I think it was Shift. Is where it was on a track. It was a Need for Speed where it was actually a track game.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. Like I was only probably 15 or something when it came out. I had no idea how the cars worked. Yeah. And I put on this game. I asked my uncle. It was in his house. I asked, how's this game? He goes, it's pretty good. So I was like, fuck it, I'll give it a go. Like. And I was like, this could be my way into getting into car games because I was never mad into them. So starting off this just a straight race, A to B, you're against another lad, go. And the counter was 3, 2, 1. And I could see the gear hook down the bottom. And I was like, oh, that's on 1. I should set that to 5 as soon as I took off. That was what was happening. And then like it would just say like car stall, and then you'd lose the race instantly. And I just kept doing that on the feed. That's what I said. I was like, she's fucking shy. Like I was like, the game doesn't work. I didn't tell him what I did, but if I did, he probably would have said I was an absolute fucking idiot.
Because you were.
I was, yeah. Should have first geared it the whole way to the end.
Car explode. Engine blows up.
I know someone who did that actually. They had an automatic car.
Is this real life?
For the last few years, they had an automatic car, and the car had to get work done on it. So they were given a car by the insurance company. And that car was a manual. Yeah. So when she was starting off the car, she was driving along, it was fine. Then started making like screaming noises. What the fuck? She was doing 50 kilometers an hour in first gear.
How did you
she couldn't remember you had to actually change gears.
But where is this in Ireland? Like
yeah.
No, jeez. That's fucking terrible.
I know.
Like, there's like no excuse for that.
Yeah, I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
The car actually died like 2 weeks later.
Did you give her another one?
Alright, one more. That's it.
No. Last warning.
Peripherals. I have down as the last one the kind of biggest bullshit sell of the last few years, the Xbox Kinect.
I managed to avoid that completely, which is surprising. Didn't they bundle that? You had to buy that with
You had to buy it with the
Xbox One, was it?
It was the Xbox One, but the upgraded version where it was slimmer, it made less noise, and it was so controversial that they actually went back on it then after.
Yeah, they ditched it. Like originally when they first released that, you
had to buy both.
Yeah.
So like, whereas a normal console would have been 300, they were like, right, the console is still 300, but you have to buy the Kinect for the extra 100 with it. So it just kind of made it fucking pointless.
Yeah. And still, like, they thought maybe, if we make sure that everyone who's buying an Xbox has a Kinect, that means developers will start using it for shit, but they never bothered doing it.
No.
Like, it was fucking useless.
I remember buying one of the Xbox magazines, and even in that magazine, they said they reviewed the Star Wars Kinect, and they said it was an embarrassment to gaming. It was so bad.
You know, in the Xbox magazine is saying,
yeah, like if they're fucking calling out their own crowd, they're biting the hand that feeds them there. They said they rated it 4 out of 10, and I was like, they probably could have went lower now if they wanted. And it was just bombarding it in the entire article. It was a 2-page spread like on how shit it was, and it had like the famous minigame of Han Solo dancing and.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, it's like, it looks ridiculous.
They could have had that so cool, like doing the lightsaber training and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, or like what the game Beat Saber.
Yeah,
it's a VR game. You wouldn't have been able to do that with Kinect, like doing like chopping up things with like lightsabers and stuff like that. If they actually had to put a bit of thought and creativity into it instead of just fucking shoving it out shite.
Kinect Adventures and oh god, it was a very.
Did you have a Kinect then?
No, one of my cousins got it because their parents were like, "Oh fuck, did you see that Kinect thing? We'll get that for him. They'll like that." And then like everyone played it on Christmas morning, and that was it. Never touched it again.
That's it. Yeah, back into the fucking cupboard to go with.
And I remember they announced that FIFA, I think it was like FIFA 11, or it could have been FIFA 11, 13, one of those around that time. They said that if you swore the Kinect would hear and you'd get booked. Sure, that was like the holy grail for us, like
dystopian shit.
We were swearing like mad into the.
And did it work?
No, it did not. And we were like changing the settings, increasing the volume on the mic, everything. We were. If this poor Kinect, like if it had a soul, we ripped it apart, like yeah, fucking prick, fuck you, and unbelievable abuse, cursing at the ref in the game, like we weren't playing.
The disrespect to the ref.
Didn't get booked. We were, what do you have to do to get booked?
It's realistic.
Yeah. And then I think didn't they release like another Kinect, an upgraded version? Just the cheeky bastard. There was one game, some kind of horror game that they released on it. It was like the only well-reviewed game that I saw on it. And even at that, everyone was like, "It's fucking clunky as fuck." Like, you'd be trying to like you have to do like hand movements to move you and all this kind of shit and all, and it doesn't work.
No, bit of a disaster that was for Microsoft.
What do you think of the PlayStation Move or the VR? The VR, we'll go with VR.
VR, I've never played on the PlayStation. So VR in general, I've only done it like once or twice. Like I was actually in Canada there recently, and we went to a VR place, and that was pretty cool. Like they had this like zombie shooting thing, and it was like I can see the appeal of it. And then there was another game we were doing where you're flying around. I know a lot of people like get motion sickness from it, like when you're moving. But I was grand. It's fucking no bother for me. So
I tried it, and
give it a shot more.
I tried it without my glasses, and without my glasses, usually if I shake my head around, I do get dizzy as fuck.
Yeah.
And I took off my glasses and put on this big the Oculus Rift, and the games on that are fairly like shite because it's not like a proper gaming platform.
Oh yeah, they had their own store or whatever, isn't it? Yeah.
And I was playing the what one was it? The Vader. It was fucking class. Didn't get a headache around like that. It was fucking class.
Now I don't know like VR, like would you be playing that as your main?
No,
like,
it's so gimmicky.
Experience? Yeah, it's grand for like a little. Although that Half-Life Alyx, or is that what it's called?
There's some kind
it's
of
supposed to be fucking unreal. Like it's literally like you can pick up all these like really intricate objects. You know, there's physics and everything. Like it's actually like the next step in VR. Like, so I definitely like give that a shot sometime.
Or like Resident Evil Biohazard.
Oh, is that another VR thing? Is it?
Yeah, Resident Evil 7 came out on like the full game came out on on fucking.
Oh, I remember that at the time. Yeah.
But one thing I don't like about VR is when they don't include an actual move mechanic. You have the controllers in your hand, like it's literally you're just wearing the TV, and you have to point and click.
Oh, teleport.
Yeah. Completely takes me out of the game. I want to be able to move around.
Yeah. Or give the options. Like I know some people, if they move around like that, that's them fucked. Like they can't do it. Like it's too much motion sickness for them. So then they can do the teleport they want, but give the option to walk around if you want. Like
like if you have a zombie chasing you, you don't want to be
just
going around the place like fucking Sonic.
Yeah.
Like it kind of takes you out a little bit. And game lengths, I always imagine to be incredibly short.
And VR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a Rick and Morty game that was released on, I don't know which one, but I don't think it was Oculus Rift. I think it was the PlayStation one, and they were like, "Oh, it's a class game. It's only really about 40 minutes long, the entire game." Like, you could probably nail it out even quicker once you know what to do.
Just want to be cheap for 40 minutes, don't they? Although saying that, they've like Skyrim on VR and Fallout 4. They're fucking big games. Like you could spend a couple of 100 hours in them. Wonder.
You wouldn't own those games. They probably have to dumb them down some way.
I don't know, I think it's pretty good. And then there's mods that have like extended the VR functionality. I've seen sometimes on YouTube of people fucking around. It looks pretty good. Like
I'd say it probably would be very, very good fucking about with these games in VR.
Yeah. Like they have things where like I saw there's some mods where you can like start like pushing people in the game in Skyrim, like or fucking hitting slaps and stuff and picking them up and throwing around the place, like which you couldn't do originally, but the modders are obviously fucking smart fuckers that have gone in and figured out how to extend it and stuff like that. So,
what is a game that you'd like to see in VR that could realistically be done?
A game in VR. I don't know. I think like racing games and games where you're like flying planes or flying spaceships, like they're really suited for VR. So if someone went and designed like a really full AAA game with that kind of stuff in mind that really suits VR, like I'd like to see that stuff. Like I don't know, like other kind of genres, obviously a first person shooter maybe, if they could get that figured out,
like Sniper Elite or something, because you're not really like if you are running into combat in that game, you're not playing it right.
Yeah, I've never played it. It's just more
Sniper
stealth,
Elite, you're supposed to be up in a mountain shooting people like
snipers, I suppose.
Yeah. Now
there is some fucking Rambo.
Yeah. If you think you're Rambo in those games, fuck off. It's like when people play Hitman and run around the entire map, bulldozing people.
One peripheral I didn't see on your list. Guitar Hero. I had that. Now that was fucking. All these have been all like fucking. Well, nearly all been negative peripherals. The Guitar Hero guitar, I got great use out of it.
What did you think of the drums and all that kind of shit?
Never had the drums, but I loved it. Me and my friend, we both had. I got Guitar Hero, and I was playing earlier. So I said to my friend, like, "Listen, man, you got to get over here and see this Guitar Hero. It's like you're actually in the band, fucking playing." And so he comes over, he sees it, and think, "Yeah, this is class." So he bought it. So we had two guitars. We used to be like fucking doing duets and stuff like that. Like where one person doing one part of the song, and the other was doing the other. We got really fucking into it, like, and there was like an online leaderboard where we'd be like thinking, okay, we're going to form a band. We'd get like me, you, we'll find someone with the drums, we'll find this and that. We'd like, we're going to take over the Guitar Hero leaderboards by storm and shit like that. Like, really got into it for a good few months. Like, it's fucking unreal.
There's actually a piss take group on Facebook for James.
Oh yeah,
the James Ralph Guitar Hero Appreciation Group, because apparently he used to just sit in cable and play fucking Guitar Hero.
Oh yeah, he's a big Guitar Hero, yeah.
He was massive. I remember years ago hearing on the radio that if you didn't play guitar and you play Guitar Hero, it actually helped you learn because it sped up your fingers. Yeah,
I played guitar. What I been playing at that time? I know I played it like in when I was a young teenager for a good few years. But yeah, definitely. That helps because moving your fingers around. Like. Now obviously it's not like fucking.
It's not like actually playing guitar. No,
yeah, you're just pressing buttons.
Where the fuck is the red one?
But it was great crack. Like that was definitely a peripheral worthwhile getting.
I could never do it.
Really?
No. Tried playing it once and brain went.
Oh, you don't have the head for it, huh?
I've no fucking rhythm at all or anything. So when you should be doing this hand stops, and when this goes, this hand stays still. Like. Yeah. I can't do both of them. Nah, fuck it.
I seen there a few years ago the peripherals now for guitar, or Band Hero is the one where they had all the drums and
everything
the
vocals, everything.
they go for crazy money on eBay now. People who, because the company that was doing Guitar Hero or Band Hero, they went out of business or just stopped doing it. So the peripherals are like fucking Hennessy trying to get now. And obviously people are getting nostalgic for it now. They're like, oh fuck, remember that back in the day we used to play that. So everyone's looking for them, and the prices are gone crazy. So if you have any guitars or bands or drums laying around, throw it up on YouTube or on eBay. Make a fortune.
Or hang on to them.
Yeah.
So, going back to the Nintendo Wii, an interesting thing about it is the two letter I's in the name Nintendo Wii are to resemble two players playing alongside one another, and they symbolise the remotes themselves.
That's fantastic.
I just had to include it because I thought it was cool. So, moving on. It's time for trivia.
That favourite part of the show.
Here we go!
Question number 1.
Yes.
What year was the iToy released?
Did that come out in PS2?
Came out on PS2.
I want to say 2002.
The iToy was released in October of 2003.
Oh, I was thinking 2003. In my head I was like, no, surely not.
I don't know what region, but it said October 2003 was the first one in overall.
I'm happy with it. Not far off.
Not too bad.
Not far off.
Yeah.
Any more? That it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Question 2.
Yes.
What was the first Kinect game? So think about it now. It's going to be some bullshit generic kind of title.
like party type game.
Yeah,
Connect Sports or something.
Keep going.
Connect.
We'll give you the first letter.
Yeah, go on.
Connect A.
Connect Action.
Connect Adventures in November of 2010. If I remember correctly, it had like a kind of jungly kind of roller coaster, fucking stupid
Never
thing out
heard
front.
of
It was a piece of fucking shit.
You think they come out strong with their first one, though?
Yeah.
Nah.
Generic shite.
Connect shite.
Probably would have sold better if they just called it that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this episode, and that is it for GameCast as a whole.
If you're drinking, pour one out for GameCast.
Yeah.
Pour one out for me.
Yeah. Press F to pay respects in the comments. Thank you so much.
Will I be allowed on the next whatever?
Next project.
Yeah.
The next project will be announced now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.